Our first ball python clutch was just laid. Let's go take a look. I'm just stealing your children. And here we go. We got her right here. This was a Mojave to a lesser. And we have got us 7 lovely little eggs. We're using vermiculite to incubate this time because it holds humidity a little bit more effectively than the perlite. This is Mum. She's a lesser ball python. And this is Dad. He's a Mojave. And now at long last, here we are. We've got some baby ball pythons. They're all the way out of the egg. Let's set them up and check them out. So, as you saw in the intro, this is a Mojave lesser pairing. And we got a little bit of English words. We got a little bit of variability in here, including one little bell here. George, please, my friend, be silent. So, let's start over here. So this, it looks like we didn't get any lesser ball pythons, which is interesting. But this right here, that's a little Mojave. Now this is the incomplete dominant, the heterozygous form of blue-eyed lucistic here, which is what happens when 2 copies of this gene, or this gene and another one in the complex are inherited. That's what you wind up with. But we'll start with that. We've got these little starter bins set up. Now if you take a wee ball python like this, and you put it in a 2x4 foot bioactive enclosure with 7 hides and overhead lighting and full spectrum UVA, UVB, believe it or not, it won't do well. Generally speaking, they're going to be overwhelmed by that experience. So we do start them off in just these little totes that have some heat running across the back there. And that works as a start for them. That's how we get them started and established on some food. So we got that Mojave. And let's look here. This one is an Enchi. So it's hard to tell on the parents. I think it's probably the mum there that contains the Enchi that we're seeing here, but this is a nice example of it. It is a pattern effective mutation, so it reduces the patterns and brightens up the sort of gold colors on these guys. So, I mean, not much crazy genetically, but a beautiful little snake regardless. And he is going to go, he or she, I'm not sure, we haven't gotten that far yet. That's going to go right there. And you're next. So this right here is, looks like just a classic wild type ball python. This is what you're going to see, well, in the wild. This is the phenotype that has succeeded out in nature in blending in. So not the most popular morph out there by any means, but this is where it all started. And you can see their eyes are a little bit cloudy. That's because these guys are about to shed after they hatch out of the egg. 2 or 3 days later, they shed their first skin, get that egg smell off of them, and start growing. So after that shed, we're going to offer them little foods and see if they take them by themselves. And over here, we've got ourselves another nice Mojave ball python, which ironically darkens them a little bit. Which is funny considering the homozygous form of it looks like this. But let's pop that little bugger in here. Thank you, little baby. And then we'll go here. This one is another Enchi, it looks like. Not nearly as high expression as the first one, but you can really see it near the tail end of the animal there. So, little Enchi ball python. These guys have all this shiny on them. That's vermiculite that we use to incubate these guys in nice moisture-holding medium. But when you touch it and get hands-on with it, it leaves you looking like David Bowie. Anyways, over here we have another Mojave ball python. Maybe Enchi. The pattern's kind of stretched out. I don't know. I'm not the best at spotting Enchi, but Mojave anyways. Hey, Brody. How's it going? So we'll pop that little fella down here. Thank you, bud. And then we have our little showstopper. This is that classic blue-eyed lucistic ball python. So, I mean, they're pretty neat. They're very, very popular. Of course, I blame Yu-Gi-Oh! With the blue-eyed white dragon. But they are, I mean, pretty cool little animals. And if I can find my UV light... I cannot find my UV light, so we won't look at that today, but if you shine a UV light on these guys, sometimes you can see the underlying pattern that would be on them if they weren't visually leucistic like this.
But yeah, fantastic little baby. He's staying nice and hidden away, keeping that face hidden. But you can really see on these leucistics those pits running across the top lip there. All species of python, minus blackhead and woma pythons, have these little pits, and they can use those to see infrared light, which is we emit this. This is heat, essentially, is emitted as infrared light. So if you've ever seen Alien versus Predator or Predator, you'll have sort of got an idea of what thermal vision looks like. I'm rambling now. So let's pop you right there, little baby. And that right there is our clutch. Now, we didn't hit the best odds genetically. I would have liked to have seen more blue-eyed leucistics, maybe some lessers. But I'll take what we got. They look like 7 very healthy little baby ball pythons. We'll get those guys shedding, we'll get them eating, and soon we'll get them up and available for purchase. Thanks, and we will see you in the next one.